Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, thanks for stopping by. If you watch any of my episodes in their entirety, please watch this one all the way to the end. In this episode, we're going to talk about improvements we've made in the shop, project updates, what we're doing next year, and why we haven't put out a video in a while. Let's get into it. There's been a lot going on in the shop behind the scenes, so you'll notice things are moved around and looking different, and they're not done yet. So this real quick is before what we have going on for lighting. They look okay in the video, but you can see we've got them burned out. Old fluorescent light bulbs. Also, when it's really cold out, they don't like to put out very much light until they get warmed up, so there's also that. So let's show you what we got to replace them. Also, here's just a quick idea of kind of the dark area, dark spots of the shop, especially along the side of Vicky over here. Also over here, not great. So just kind of pay attention to how much light is on the floor. Okay, here's light number 4 out of 5. These are just some UFO 150 watt LED lights from Amazon. It was like 180 bucks for all of them. Pretty simple. They just hang from an eyelet with a little safety screw. They have a little safety thing in case that fails, I guess. And then they just plug in, and I already have switched outlets up here for these old lights. So we're just plugging into those and they'll go on and off with a light switch. Okay, so there it is plugged in. I see why they call them UFO lights, because I look like I'm about to be abducted. Like the light from Close Encounters of the Third Kind or whatever is coming down on. I don't know. I watched a lot of the X-Files when I was a kid. That's probably some of what's wrong with me. Let's show you the lights turning on. So here's right when you come in the door. These are just the old fluorescent ones that were already there. Can't use those at all when the door is up, so that's not great. And then the other ones are on my old light switches. There's the far ones. Here's the other 4. Nope. Here's the other 4. Here's the fluorescents that were already over the workbench area. And the last one I didn't show you guys before, but that's just the little light in the parts room. So I left the old ones because why not? More light is always better. Also, this is a rental, so if we want to leave, I can take those UFO lights with me and just leave their old lights. I may at some point replace those with LED bulbs, which I think would be good, but this is a lot better. The only spot that's not great is over here still. So I may move that one over a couple. But you can see, like everywhere else, way better, like around the fringes. Man, a lot more bright, even light. Like this stuff has never been lit up as well as it is now. Also, the back of the 78, look at that. And this corner over here has always been so dark and dingy. I'm pretty happy with that. The only thing that I don't, look how much you can see under the truck now too. The only thing I don't like is that guy back there. I think we're gonna move him over a stud or two. Okay, yes. So move that 2 trusses over, and that is better. This here is lit up better. The top middle of the truck and even the back of the truck are still lit up. So we haven't lost anything there. And this is much better. Look at that. Real quick before I forget, we're going to show you our other improvements. So, new gas line run through the wall. This shop already had one, and it came out somewhere there-ish, but it leaked. Got the heater hung up with a custom bracket that I made. It's out of the way. I got to wire up the thermostat. This is all leftover line from this out here. I had to bury a new line, and he's gonna pressure test it and hook it up at that end too. There's a trench all the way to there. We will have a well-lit, nicely heated, toasty shop. I don't think I've ever shown this either, but I got this guy last winter and it is awesome. Infrared heater. It just heats up kind of my main work area right here. I'm also putting some plastic over that window because it is leaky as. I just got to find some more staples. Dang it, that's what I was supposed to get at the hardware store. It's been really hard to come out here lately, so I wanted to do everything I can to make it easier. Not as much progress has been made on my projects as I would like, and probably not as much as you would like. There's a project that I really need to work on for myself. A lot of these things are basically my science projects and to teach people about cars on this channel. But I have one in particular that it's my truck. It's my first, well, it's the first Ford pickup that I ever owned. And it was my first project vehicle, first engine I built. So with what's going on lately for myself and kind of my purposes and my healing, I need to get that one going first. That's what I need. So I hope I have your guys' patience and understanding. I will talk more about what's gone on, kind of as it's not so fresh and more time has gone by, because I think there's value in it for other people. I've never been big about sharing my personal life on the channel. I know a lot of people like that. They like to watch that and see people be humanized and whatnot. I was never a big fan of that because of my job. But with what's gone on lately, I think there's definitely some value in it for other people. My whole jam with these projects and stuff, I'm just a guy in my garage like you guys are. If I can build these things, so can you. If you want to devote the time and learn and develop your skills, you can do it too. I'm not special. So, with the stuff that's happened to me and my family lately, I feel like also, if I can make it through this and come out the other side of it, so can you. If you guys are going through something tough, you can make it too. So, it's been a rough couple months. It's been honestly the hardest about 2.5 months of my life, and I just want to say thank you real quick to my friends and family who are amazing, helping me through this and going through this with me. I can't even imagine what this would be like without them. And I guess just, take care of yourself. When you live your life in service of other people, you give up some of yourself while doing that, and sometimes it gets to be too much, and that's okay. So don't be afraid to admit that. We're going to talk a little bit more about this and this year, and we're hopefully going to have a really good year. There's nowhere to go but up after the stuff we've been through lately. So here is my lovely heated, well-lit shop. Oh yeah, check us out on Instagram also and Facebook. CPR Garage on everything. So It's still a bit of a mess, but this is the cleanest, well lit, and most organized it has ever been.
Hello.
You want to give us a tour? Okay, what are our two projects that we got in here right now?
The 78
The 78
and Vicky.
and Vicky. And what are they getting?
Fixed.
Vicky's the 69 F100 that we revived a couple years ago and drove home, right? Roni was just a little turd
Wait, that thing
sitting in there.
ran and drive?
It did before we tore it all apart. It is getting a 6.2 Boss engine and a 6R100 6-speed, and we're working on fitting it in there right now, and it is a big girl. We just got done cleaning up the workbench,
And there's
the cherry picker of death.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It will fall over on you when you least expect it.
Yep. Anyway, been hard at work on the 78. That's going to be our next thing running, and we have just a little bit of work to do before it's running.
Just another thing.
Yep, that's my frame repair that I just got done doing. So, also, what do we got up there, Roni? In addition to lights, we have
Bum, bum, bum.
a heater. Why don't you show them that, Rones, and pull it off? Don't tip it over, though. So this
Bum, bum, bum.
is the 460 that we built over the last couple years, huh, Roni? And this thing is going to be a monster. Has some L&L parts on it now to fit in this truck.
And we had to improvise for an engine stand,
Mm-hmm.
as you can see here.
We're getting her done. And when this is done and running and goes in the truck, we have right there on the stand our next engine build, don't we, Roni? That's the next engine build.
Oh yeah.
We're not going to say what it's for, though. It's for the thing that's on the trailer, but we're not going to talk about that yet. Also, it helps us out if you watch some of my old videos. I have playlists for all of the projects, so as I go around and show you these guys, I'll put a link up in the top corner for the playlist for that particular project. Go back and watch while you're waiting for the next video to come out. We need your subscriptions more than ever, huh, Roni? We're just about to go over 5,000 subscribers. I'd like to have that before the end of the year. That would be awesome.
Ooh.
And beginning of the year, we're going to work on our next project, putting out a bunch of videos so that when you guys are watching it, it's like a whole build from beginning to end as best as we can with minimal interruptions. What we're going to do is build the engine. We're going to do a whole engine build on another awesome Ford pushrod engine. Have everything all ready to go, and then we'll bring the car in and drop the engine in and start building the car. I'm going to try to have all the parts like ready to go. We're trying to get better at that. Bear with us. Okay. Anything else you want to say, Roni?
Like, subscribe, share, and comment.
Nice.
Happy New Year.
High five. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from who, Roni?
Safe Yard Garage.